visit somebody right on my call. This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to talk about Haley Bailey, Holly Bailey. Either one. I'm apparently pronouncing her name wrong. However, I am flabbergasted. I am shocked. Apparently, she has a new boo thing, a new man. His name is Scott Bridgeway. He's a music producer who has been known to work with Kendrick Lamar, and they were both recently spotted on a vacation in Italy. So I guess this is her taking some time off while she's supposed to be filming abroad over in Italy. Where is Halo? Okay, I'll stop. I'm kidding. So, no. What I came across is some pictures of Holly enjoying her time with this new guy named Scott. So, first, we have some good pictures. First, we have him looking cute. Playing with his hair. Her taking a picture. Him kind of look like he's side eyeing her while she doing it. Watching her feel herself. Stuff like that. I'm like, okay, cute, cute. And then here's a picture of him taking a picture of Holly. So we now know if we ever see that picture pop up on Instagram from that particular angle, we know exactly who took that photo and what she was doing on that boat, probably. However, that's great. We love a supportive partner that's willing to take pictures of you. So, yes, go queen, go boo. Yes, love it. Here's a cute picture of them kissing. Yes, I love it. I love it. Give me some PDA. Show that you guys are really feeling each other and really loving each other. So they are genuinely being a cutesy couple. More kissy pictures. Love it. I love it. They are feeling each other. They are vibing with each other. They are just giving love. I'm not sure if they are aware or not that there is paparazzi taking pictures of them. However, I'm not sure how paparazzi works in other countries, but at least here in the States, I hear 9 times out of 10, you call paparazzi on yourself, especially if you're not in a big known place area. So I don't know. I'm a bit curious. You know why? Because oh my gosh, hold up. Wow. I just even peeped that somebody was taking this picture. Oh my God. If Holly does a whole, photo shoot dump and we see this picture, I'ma love it. Because we've gotten the behind the scenes front first from paparazzi. But the reason why I address if she knows that paparazzi is watching her, because of this next photo right here. Now, at first, I was just like, okay. I'm just like, he looks like he could be like drawing her off, right? I mean, they in the water, that would make sense. But then I started looking at the position she was kind of sitting and the way that it just happened to be conveniently covering some parts. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I'm just like, are they doing what I think they're doing on this boat right now? Like, seriously, first, A, that's sly and slick. Amazing work right there. But 2, Holly, I have never seen this from you, not even with DDG. This is like gone beyond because I love you, babe. I don't know what's going on right here with this picture, but it told me everything I needed to know. She definitely is in love or feeling herself. So let's figure out how she is with this new boo. So let's pull some cards on Holly to see how this relationship with her and Scott Bridgeway is going. Are they a relationship? Are they a fling? Did he just happen to be in Italy and they maybe bumped up at a bar and she's like, ooh, you cute, come to the yacht. Or maybe he invited her to the yacht. You don't know how it goes. So, yes, let's just find some and shuffle some cards. I'm getting giddy just thinking about just the two of them and the freakiness that looks like went in on that boat. That's an Aries for you. That was pretty bold. But I digress. Anyway, what did you guys see? Please tell me down in the comments. However, let's just see what is going on with Halle and this new lover of hers. Cards are a bit stiff right now as I shuffle them. Okay. Well, that card just wanted to slip on out. Interesting. We have the father, the King of Cups. That's quite interesting. So let's just figure out what's going on. Okay, the Nine of Wands. Ooh, the Three of Swords. The Emperor. Okay, I love that. Halle popping up in this reading. The Devil. Okay, two major arcana cards. And then we have the Three of Swords in the mix too. That's not quite looking good. Yikes. Should I pull some cards around the corner to see what's going on? Or should I just dive right into this? And this is going to be our juicy story right here. I'll just leave it as this is for now. So what we see here is the King of Cups when it comes to this relationship with her and Scott. Let me figure out what his zodiac sign is. I do not see a lot of cups in here. I only see one cup, honestly. And I'll consider the Three of Swords a technical cup as well because it's about heartbroken. So therefore, mentally and emotionally, you've been struck hard. Let's see. Scott Bridgeway. Zodiac. Well, I got some information that there's conflicting evidence, but we do see the most frequently cited zodiac sign is a Capricorn. So if that's the case, then it's honestly quite fitting to see both the Emperor and the Devil, both the Aries and the Capricorn right here. If he is a Capricorn, then they're both showing up in this energy, and they're both coming, and they're both centered around this King of Cups. And this King of Cups just happens to be if the air surrounding the King of Cups, and this King of Cups is going up against this this Three of Swords, which is all about the heartbreak. And we see right here underneath, breaking it down to sections, is at this very last section we see the Nine of Wands, which think of it like Jacob's ladders, or like going up or transcending or going up the escalators to heaven, metaphorically, but no. Elevating. Usually the Nine of Wands is somebody who has taken a mental blow. However, this mental blow can also be helped to elevate you spiritually, make you stronger, like they hypothetically say, but doesn't kill you, make you stronger. Or in this sense, whatever has knocked down your confidence in the past with this Three of Swords, just know with this Nine of Wands, you can get back up, you can rise up, you can evolve, you can have that post glow up and still look beautiful. And we see that's all coming from the King of Cups. And the King of Cups usually symbolizes a masculine energy. However, when coming to the terms of how their relationship is, this is definitely an emotional time for both of them, apparently. I'm not sure if it's emotional for him having to deal with Halle during this particular moment, or if it's just emotional because they both have something that they've been dealing with. And them coming together at this particular moment in time is kind of healing something within inside of both of them. So now I think I'll pull some cards around to figure out what's the outside influences now that I've given this a quick rundown. The Five of Cups. Ooh, the Ten of Swords. The Two of Swords. And the Page of Cups. Well, I see a little bit more cups, but these swords are frightful. I kid you not. So the swords cards altogether that we have is the Two of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. All swords, which are not, I mean, the swords cards period aren't that good, but just these three in particular are not quite good. especially in their place as well. Actually, having the Three of Swords in the past is good because that means you're coming from a heartbreak. Now, this could be a heartbreak that has wounded you and you're still carrying it on and haven't healed from that. But that's all due in time to find out. But however, in the future, the devil was sandwiched in between the Two of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords is usually blocking yourself, cutting yourself off. Now, this could be a good thing. It could be the fact that Holly has cut herself off. Now that she's in Italy, she's away from DDG, she can get a breather, she can date other guys, see other men, get a vibe and connection. And, now that she's over here in Italy for the next few months recording, and DDG has limited visitation time to see the baby. This could give her some time to be a little bit more isolated, get to be a little bit more alone, get to walk the streets of Italy and not have to worry about accidentally bumping into your ex-baby daddy. So things like that, and that she could be feeling. But then also we have the Ten of Swords at the very bottom underneath the devil. That was above the devil. Now what's below the devil is the Ten of Swords, which is usually tapping out, the burden gets a little bit too heavy to carry, you're just kind of like slayed, just kind of like energy. But in the sense of, not waving like the white flag and symbolizing that you surrender, but like just about ready to, or you just didn't wave it at all and it kind of just like took you out and you're still trying to like save face by acting as if it didn't take you out, or it didn't like emotionally hurt you, or it didn't mentally leave a psychological blow on you, going back to DDG and her relationship with that. So for us to now see or have this nice grand PDA with Scott. So I'm going to be so honest, some random dude. And this is what we get. This is what she displays to us. So it's kind of just like, Holly, you good? Like, do we need to mentally check on you? Like, first you're talking about brave face, and now you out here kind of putting on a brave face, getting loose, getting freaky, getting kisses in a baby carriage. I really don't know. I don't know what was going on that boat, but I'm making tons of jokes, but I'm like so serious also at the same time, because this devil energy, I mean, this could just symbolize Scott because he's a Capricorn, but also the devil energy is also all about temptations, getting lost in kind of like your own delusions. You're like believing the story that you want to believe because it soothes you. It fills a certain spot within yourself that you're trying to fill. It fills that void. Because it fills that void, it's going to get a little bit of toxic, toxic in the sense of obsessive, possessive. I want to keep having it. Want to keep indulging, want more. However, we see that's what we see here in the future moving forward from this situation. If they so do choose to move forward, that could just be a heavy weight on the relationship. That could just be because she could be emotionally imbalanced after DDG, and also coming down from Halo's like 1 year old or going on 1 year old. So she's still like winding down from those hormones. So it's just, she's doing a lot every day. I'm not even kidding, even down to these yacht pictures. But still, that's Holly. That's her life. She little Miss Mermaid that has gone wrecking ball on us, honestly. But we see here in the past with the Three of Swords, we have the Five of Cups, which symbolizes a loss. But even though it felt like a loss at the time, a loss that she keeps looking back on, even when trying to move forward, she still knows that she has some cups within herself, that she didn't completely lose herself or the emotional drive. That's why we see her out here dating. She hasn't completely lost the love to love, but she has been stung, has been hurt a little bit along the way. It could be a little bit cautious, maybe too cautious to her own liking, to her own demise, maybe even. Somebody that's a little bit too picky, somebody that wants it her way, a little bit controlling. It's my way or the highway, if you want to see with this Nine of Wands. But then we see the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is usually somebody who is still emotionally immature, emotionally imbalanced or unstable, or emotionally just doesn't have it all together to have that emotional intelligence, as as it's called these days, when you're able to read the emotions or read the room and be able to change and basically be, my opinion, to be like the true divine feminine, which is to be receptive, to be able to transmute, be able to use pain and hurt and repurpose it for more creative purposes, outlets that's going to bring joy to you. Like a quote once said that I've heard before, I laugh in the same places I cry now. So that it's that kind of energy, and the Page of Cups is trying to get back to that, but not quite there, fumbling along the way, kind of a bit awkward in the sense, but still worth and willing to try and trying to learn along the way. So she has to completely let her relate what happened with her DDG stop her and hold her back, while also at the same time it is something that she carries around with her that she hasn't quite been able to let go, and I'm not sure if she is ever going to let it go. But moving forward from now, we see that she could get a little bit more indulgent in this relationship, or just indulgent period. Maybe she become like a nymphomaniac. I don't know. I'm not trying to label her or anything like that. Or she could just go from like one guy for one guy. She tries to find somebody, but maybe it's all because she's trying to find somebody to fulfill herself, because she's not really happy with herself. If you haven't seen my other readings on her, please go check out those readings. But if she's not happy with herself, she's going to keep using guys as a sense is seeking validation to feel happy with herself. As long as they love me, I love me. As long as they desire me, I am desirable. As long as they love me, I'm lovable. As long as they find me attractive, I must be attractive. You know, that kind of thing. So trying to use and seek validation outside of herself instead of finding it within herself. But that just seems to be a common thing I just happen to pick out with Holly. The cards tell me that it's not me. I don't keep coming back to this, no matter how much that's honestly truly how I see it. But the cards just bring me back and circle that to my point. Because when I have to start looking and analyzing, well, why would Holly do this to herself? Why would she do that? Like, why would somebody jump from man to man insecure? I mean, sure, they love that. Love to be in a relationship. I love that. Cool. But like, what there must be like something broken inside of you if you can't find yourself not in a relationship, you know? Like, why aren't you comfortable with being by yourself or being alone with yourself? Like, why can't you stay with yourself in that kind of sense? So let's just pull an oracle card to find out the outcome for Holly and Scott in their relationship. Now, guys, well, this kind of goes good actually, because first we have darkness, and darkness is like pitch black, can't see nothing, zilch, not a nothing. And right here we have sorrow, pain, disappointment, loss, sadness, frustration, and blindsided and unprepared. All things that Holly could have been feeling in the past, going with this Three of Swords and saying that that's still something that she carries within inside of herself. And like I said, could have also been something that also bruised her ego a little bit more than she would have liked to admit. However, we see dawn. And what comes after dawn? What comes after night? Dawn. And what does that also go back to? The Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is definitely the dawn, the sun rising. So once you think it's getting dark, once you think it's all over, game over, no hope, just might as well just stick a fork in me, F it kind of energy. We see the dawn. There's brighter days, brighter futures ahead. Just because you feel like you're at rock bottom doesn't mean you have to look like you're at rock bottom, or doesn't mean you have to act like you're at rock bottom. You can still try to, don't let your mindset change. Like, you know, keep the mindset going. Like I said, she's telling herself, I got to keep on putting on my brave face. I got to keep moving forward. I got to keep this positive energy attitude up. I got to keep up the self-love, no matter how much it might look like I'm insecure. I'm going to keep up that self-love, because one day it's no longer going to be an act. I'm fully going to believe within myself and have that confidence in with myself. And until that day comes, I'm going to continue being myself and trying to grow and evolve, which is what we see right here with this Dawn card. which goes right along with the Ten of Swords, which I was saying was looking kind of bad for her future when it comes to this relationship. But maybe it just happens to be that this guy is going to show her something about herself, or she's going to learn something about herself, or maybe they have just came together, and just when she was feeling down about herself, somebody truly comes along and truly authentically loves her the way she wants to be, and maybe that's why she's enjoying her time right now. It is just a wake up call to be like, oh, wait, oh my God, love truly isn't dead. There's still love out there. I could still be happy. I could still feel those same feelings that I once felt when I was with DDG, and those things can be felt again. And it's not like a loss, and it's not like I'm never going to have that again. And, now that she's learned how to behave in a relationship like that, where she has those types of feelings, she knows how to deal with them now. So she's not going to allow them to rule or control over her in that kind of sense. Like they say, you get burnt once, you learn twice. So that's the kind of attitude Holly's taking on. It's just whatever happened in the past, I'm using that, I'm taking that with me, whether that's going to be my armor, whether that's going to be my shield, whether that's going to be my wall. It's going to be there to protect me, to remind me moving forward to have some self-worth and understand that I'm worth it, even though I may not feel like it all the time, but I'm always worthy and deserving, no matter how people make it look like to the outside. I know what I deserve. Yes, but then when people make comments about that, I gotta go back to that. When people make comments about it, then she gets a little bit touchy about it, but I get it. Growing, healing, you have your ups and downs, you fall, you get back up. Back to that nine of wands energy again. Always keep climbing and elevating, never just stop. Never just because I've gotten hurt, or I've gotten injured, or I've gotten a broken leg, or I just damn near died. I'm going to still keep going forward. I'm not going to allow that to stop me, and whatever I need to do in order to whatever Holly's end goal is. So whatever this relationship is with Scott's, I'm not sure about that. I'm not quite sure what this is. If this is if I can't get over, get under kind of relationship, or if this is just a new start to a new Holly that we're about to see. And hopefully she doesn't come Miss Ho out here. But hey, I don't know. It all depends. She's a mom now. Maybe she'll care about her image and not go down that route. But this is just the start. We only have to see what's going to be going forward on this. And honestly, this could have been a little bit of getting back at DDG too, honestly. Be like, hey, let's smack it on just a little bit harder for the camera. Let's just, and also that too could just be bad too. And for somebody to want to get in on that kind of negative energy, that's just not good for the relationship, period, and the direction that you're going to try to go forward. If you really want to truly build a healthy relationship, having somebody tag along in your mischievous misdoings, it's just not going to be good karma or good energy for the relationship in the long run. So I'm just saying, I digress. I think I gave Holly enough of a speech. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Holly and Scott's Bridgeway. Are they? I definitely do get a sense that they are dating. How long? I'm not sure. Is it for now or is it forever? Time will only tell on that one. But with the devil here and the 10 of swords here and the 2 of swords here, I don't think it's going to last quite long in the long term, but something might change in the end. We'll see. We'll see. So with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It will really mean a lot to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't liked it already. It will really mean a lot. If you like this if you love this content, more importantly, share with anybody that would be into this, that's into Holly, that's into DGG, that's into Scott Bridgeway, who's into love, who's into tarot, anybody that's into this type of content, send it to them, share it with them, play it forward, get the message out there, help spread the seeds, help spread the sunflower seeds. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Please leave your comments down below about how you feel about this relationship, and how do you feel about it coming shortly after the troubles in the messy co-parenting that's going on with Holly and DDG. So that being said, I will see you sunflowers now in the next one. Sunflowers.